Well done, United. Well done. I don't care if they're bottom of the league. I don't care if they ain't won in 15 games or whatever. We have got 3 points. We're in 6th place. And I am delighted, absolutely delighted to be joined by 2 smiley faces. We've got to be merry. It's festive season. We've got to be merry. I've just heard, let's build this up. I've had my dinner tonight. I've sat down, watched my football, and I'm not really a drinker, but there was no juice in the house. But there's a bottle of wine in the fridge. I had a bottle of wine, well, not a whole bottle. I had a couple of glasses, feeling merry. Spoke to Stuart, had a little giggle with him. I heard he's been having a nice drink, watching the game as well. Then suddenly we have Rio appear on the stream as well. You can see the little glint in his eye. He's been out for a nice grill and probably had a few bevies as well. So we're feeling sweet out here. Man United agenda, 3 points, 6th place. Let's do this, man. Big up Rio. How you doing, man?
All good. All good. And as you can tell, I don't know why my face is looking extra shiny at this moment in time. The grin is extra wide. But yeah, now all good. 3 points in the bag. That's what we needed to do. Job done, as the thumbnail says.
Brilliant. And Stuart Marshall, I saw you in the watch along, giving it some. You were half time. Didn't look so good, but you're skinning and your chest is swelling up.
I wouldn't go that far, Yabba, but yeah, 3 points in the bag. It was a must win. Come on, it was a must win, wasn't it, boys? Must win. We got the win over the line. Bring on Bournemouth.
Yeah, indeed. Who aren't on great form at the moment, are they? Big up to Solo in the chat. He says, "Big up everyone." Solo, I hope you're doing well, man. Good friend. Massive result, says Colin as well. Colin, big respect to you. I like your new graphics there. Yeah, look at me. Massive result and a round of applause from you. Mr. B, brilliant watch along. Thank you so much. Putting the work in, and he's saying we needed that. Mr. B's been in a bit of a negative vibe with Man United lately, so it's good that he's got something to be feel positive about. Definitely needed it, but someone's late. That should be a channel fine. Who's late? Who's late? All right, I'll tell you.
If it's me.
Is it Patrick they're on about?
I don't know, but who's this? Is it Kenny in 86? Is that? That's not you, Francis. Well, he says, "Wake up the agenda. We're here now." Let me know if you're still around. Give us a hi in the comments, and we can talk to you about the game. Yabba needs a big fine for being late. I wasn't late. We were here well before time. Why has Yabba got a Star Trek logo in the background? The reason why, because I was waiting for someone to appear. And I got a text saying that Patrick Stewart is going to be on.
Oh.
So I thought
the context of that joke's void now because
it doesn't work anymore. Does it?
Star Trek background for the sake of it now.
Yeah, so I just thought I'd keep it because in the text it said Patrick. I said who's on? They said Patrick Stewart. I said, hey, engage. Let's do this. But unfortunately, that's not working. Where's Stephanie when you need him? I really dislike Ruben upsetting the defense. Why trouble the back line? Should have brought in Kobe earlier, but glad he got minutes. There we go. It's good shout. No, Labber is late. Evening. All right, let's get on with this, man. Let's talk about the back three because Mr. B had issues with that. Do you have any issues with that back three starting lineup with what's available, Rio?
Definitely. We got the win. But ultimately, we're playing with a kid, children, and then 2 fullbacks. It doesn't make sense, really, does it? And I can't really, I could add more to it. I could go into a tactical breakdown of that situation, but quite simply, it doesn't make sense. You've got centre backs on the field, on the subs bench. Yoro, I know he had a bad game against Crystal Palace, but come on now, that was 2 games ago. But yeah, it's an odd situation, but we got the win.
I want to say big up to Hydro 2K. He's become a YouTube member of the channel. Look, guys, we are growing and growing and growing. and we are climbing like Man United right now. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate that. Hey, guys, if you want to become a member, you know what to do. Do press the button, become a member, and join us, and then you get free access to the Friday night show as well. Stuart, what's your thoughts about the back three? I mean, Rio summed it up quite well, in my opinion, but do you think we're a bit vulnerable playing at back three? Do you think he's taking the mickey by doing it against Wolves, or is that the way forward?
I don't think it's the way forward, yeah. But I think apart from, I know we've when I saw the lineup at like what was it, just before 7 o'clock, I was worried. I was like Luke Shaw, Mazraoui, and Heaven. Yeah, I was worried. Even though it's Wolves, I was worried. I'm not going to lie, mate. But obviously, I thought because Heaven's only started 4 games since he's been at United, and he's only 19 years old. But fair play to the boy. I thought he shone through today. I thought he was quite solid, to be honest.
Yeah, most certainly. I mean, what's going on? Because there's issues about. Look, we're trying to work out, see some patterns here. Kobe Mainoo's not playing. Maybe can put it down to sort of grounding a youngster and making him work to get into the team. Then suddenly Kevin's starting the last 2 games, and he's a youngster. What's the thinking behind that? Is it? I don't know. I'm getting confused. Can we just have a little brainstorming session here about what's going on? Because am I wrong to compare it to Kobe? It's just a completely different scenario. They're both like quite young, Evan and Kobe. I'm thinking Kobe needs to be, weaned into the team. But then you've got a situation where Heaven started the last 2 games. Does that mean Heaven's doing extra well in training? Does that mean the manager really rates him and thinks he can play as the main centre back? Where's De Ligt, for example? Is he injured? I'm not sure. Talk to me, guys. What's going on?
Yeah,
I'm a bit bemused.
Sorry, go on, Rev. Go on.
No, I was going to kind of say what you're going to say. De Ligt seems like it's a longer issue than what we probably first expected. He was meant to be back this game. That's what we got told. In regards to the comments you've just made about, obviously, Heaven and Kobe, I have become to think that it's fallen under this bracket now where even if Kobe is doing incredible in training, because the manager, Amram, has said so many times, I'm not going to play him. I hate to say it, but it might be out of spite now, because if he plays Kobe now and he performs, it will make everything that Amram's been saying over the last couple of months void. So I don't know if it's one of those situations. At the same time, Heaven, we've kind of fallen into the situation where he's had to be played over the last couple of games due to more injuries at the back compared to what we've had in midfield. But I don't know. Hopefully, it's not something more sinister with the Kobe situation. But I feel like it is going that direction. Okay,
Stuart, anything to add to that? Because I mean, what I don't know.
I just find
let it out. What are you really feeling?
I just find it a bit strange about Lisandro Martinez. Obviously, he's fit now. He's been on the bench for 3 games. I'm baffled. I'm as baffled as anyone is. For me, I mean, I'd lead you down to start. No brainer today. But obviously, he started 19-year-old Heaven. He must be performing magic tricks in Carrington. I don't know. I know. De Ligt's like Rio just said. De Ligt's been longer than he thinks, but he will be back for the Bournemouth game apparently. But I'm just baffled about Lisandro Martinez. Why is he not started? He's fit, for God's sake.
All right.
That could be. I know we could have touched on. We were probably going to touch on the players' performances. That could be purely Luke Shaw. He's been, dare I say it, very, very good this season. So
yes. I mean,
Luke Shaw out. I don't know.
Today again, he made one mistake in about the 70th minute again, Luke Shaw, but he made an outstanding tackle on the halfway line about the half-hour mark today. So yeah, he's been outstanding. So I mean, but he's not. It's just that centre back vibe, isn't it? There's no real. I know Aidan Heaven is a centre back, but he's 19 for God's sake, and you've got Mazraoui. But look, like we said, we've got the points, boys. You know what I mean? It's
okay. Just a quick one. I just want to challenge you on this one, Rio. You said that Luke Shaw's been very good, but in the group chat, you said exact words. I can get it up as evidence. Luke Shaw's been great.
Oh, but there you go. Yeah, and but that's it. I am not doing the justice on the comments. He has been great. He has been great. He was great this game. He's been great all season. I'm pretty sure he started every single game as well. If I'm mistaken.
Look, Rio and Yaba. If Luke Shaw stays fit, which he is doing at the moment, He is. He's one of the best in the Premier League. There's no doubt about it. If he stays fit, that's the thing, isn't it?
I was thinking today, if you're England manager and you watch that, because they're playing right-footed left backs at the moment with the Tottenham guy. Who's the Tottenham guy? Spence and the Newcastle guy has been playing there. And I think Luke Shaw, I mean, is he a shoe-in for the World Cup? Or is he out of the reckoning now? I don't know. But I was looking at him today thinking, who else is left-footed and plays left back? Ben Chilwell's gone. Who else is left-footed and plays left back? I know there's a Newcastle guy who's played for Chelsea and who's doing okay.
Chilwell.
Not Chilwell. Newcastle left-footed English left back.
Oh, is it Miley?
Oh,
is it Miley?
Hall.
What's his name?
Hall. Lewis
Hall. That's it. I thought you meant Horn. Yeah. So I think Luke Shaw's looking good. I'm really looking good at the moment. Big up to Canine. He's saying exactly, Stuart. Start Martinez, Shaw at left wing back.
No.
Argue, make it quick. Let's get Canine involved. Why are you saying no, Ria? What's
no? Because this is no. So the whole left back debacle, I think he's done at left back. I think this is the reason why he's been staying fit and healthy, because he's not having to do that bombing on. He does it every now and then as an overlapping left centre back when the opportunity arises, but as an out and out left back, left wing back, no. Although he is weirdly probably our best crosser of the ball, but no.
Can I just ask a quick question to you two? There's a quote by Maldini and Baresi and all these guys that say, if you come off and you've got muddy knees and everything, or you have to slide tackle, it means you've made a mistake. These guys, I never see Luke Shaw out, sliding in or last ditch challenges or that sort of thing. He's always standing up. He's always running, standing up with people, and never seems to get turned up or turned inside out or, twists up and that kind of thing. Really, I mean, experience is showing. And I think for all the Luke Shaw haters, and I understand why, because he's had a lot of injuries over the years, and it's like, oh God, we give up this guy. I'm glad he's still at the club because he's provided evidence now to say that he's a good pro and why experience is really important. So K9, I see where you're going with that. I know you're trying.
He's a very assured defender.
Yeah, assured. I like that. Assured.
Another one.
Should have been Sorry.
All right. Before we get into the game quickly, just the front three, because obviously there's been a lot of variations with our front three, but today we went with the 3-10s, which is Mount, Mbeumo, and Cunha. And I was thinking, before the game, who's going to run in behind? Who's going to? They all want the ball to feet. They're all playing 10s. Is that really going to work? What do you think about that? The 3-10s that started today.
Well, the scoreline says it all, Yabba. So yeah, it worked really well. I mean, Mbeumo scored, Mount scored. Let's not get carried away, though, boys. It is Wolves, and we all know how they are dreadful. I mean, they are so bad. I mean, was it 13 defeats in 15? But yeah, I don't think we could have started Val Veghorst up front today. Anthony, Jadon Sancho. We still would have got 4 goals, Jabba.
Good one. All right, let's get into this. Playing Wolves away from home. It's obviously before the game. I think there's a must 3 points. Was there any doubt before the game from you, Rio, that we would win?
There weren't, to be fair. I would say if you did a poll, I reckon more of the fan base would have assumed we would have drew or lost compared to win the game. I had full faith that we'd win today. I had no doubts whatsoever. My reaction would have been more negative compared to those that didn't have faith going into the game if we had drew or lost the game, because I weren't going into the game with that expectation, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was confident, and the scoreline shows.
I'm going to make a quote, you two, just to summarize for me the first half, and it will go like this. Wow, did we get a lot of time and space on the ball? Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had 69% possession in the first half, Yabba, away from home. Doesn't matter who you're playing.
Wolves a Premiership side. I mean, we had so much time out there. It's unbelievable.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, the passing. They're every second ball was going to one of our players. I mean, they're a team in crisis, aren't they? I mean, they're relegated already.
Yeah,
But it's about what you do with the time and the space, isn't
bargain
it?
basement.
It's about what you do with the time and space. Were you guys impressed with some of the
Yeah,
play that we had in the first half?
You know what shined
chance.
through? What shone through quite a lot was the fact that once the players started to get a bit of confidence, we were starting to do those fancy flicks. The swagger was showing, and the confidence to try things. A lot of the players were trying things, and certain things like Mbeumo. I know we got the goal, but God, he had a bit of a shock in first half. But he was still trying things. And I like that. That fear that they have at Old Trafford wasn't out. It wasn't out there today.
No. Let's talk about that first chance thing. Because Mbeumo had a great chance, didn't he? With his right, I think it was his right foot. There was a cross back post, and it's like a point blank shot straight at the keeper. Blocked
Good
out.
save, though. Good save.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I mean, Rio's been bashing our boy Mbeumo for last couple of games. Stuart, is there any issues there, or I mean, is he back?
There's no issues, but Rio's right. I mean, last 3 games: Everton, Palace. Who was the other one?
Everton, Palace,
West Ham. Everton, Palace, and West Ham. Yeah, he was well below the standards what he set up until then. But I mean, the whole team have been, haven't they? But even again today, it's quite frustrating because he's pushing forward and then he'd overrun it and lose the ball, like Rio said earlier. Very frustrating. But then he's a class act. We're going to miss him and Ahmad so bad.
Well, maybe we'll probably miss one of them, but yeah.
Ahmad was class today. He didn't do nothing spectacular, and he's still frustrating because he keeps cutting inside, doesn't he? But he was.
Don't get his head up. He doesn't get his head up.
No, he don't. You're right. But he played well today. He played well.
But he can chop inside and out, can't he? I mean, why do you think there's a reason why defenders back off him?
Because he's so small and fast and tricky. I mean, you can't flail a leg in the penalty box now, can you?
I'm not saying nothing.
But we're gonna win. We're seriously.
Spill the beans, Rio. Let's hear it.
No, you know my takes on Ahmad.
Come on.
You know my takes on Stu. You probably are not familiar with my takes with Ahmad, and I don't think he's a clever player. I think when he gets in that final third, he gets into the box. I'm there shouting at the screen, "Get your head up! Get your head up! Get your head up!" He's a gifted, talented player, and he does make defenders back off. But he's very, very predictable. He's very predictable.
Yeah, you're right.
He doesn't get his head up, and there's so many times where he can put the pass in on the edge of the box. But today's not a day for criticizing the players. I'm not going to be doing that. But I thought, I don't think we'll miss Ahmad as much as we'll miss Mbeumo. That's for sure.
Okay, let's talk about the first half. Obviously, we went a goal up. Does anyone remember the goal? Because we scored 4 today. Come on now. Let's go back to the first goal.
You missed Dallow's chance as well, Yabba.
Oh, yeah. Great ball. Do you want to talk us through that one, Stuart?
What a ball from Bruno. Dallow 1-on-1 with the keeper. Tuck it in the bottom corner. It wasn't a bad effort, to be honest, but it was predictable the keeper was going to say that. He should have buried it. It
was an attempt of a right back playing in left wing back position in a Thierry Henry position on the pitch. Basically.
Yeah, most certainly. I think that was a really good chance and great movement and great for him to actually be exploiting that sort of space and being fed by his Portuguese teammate Bruno, who got a brace today and almost another assist as well. K9 saying here, "Whoa, Bruno Rio with the Ahmad violation." Disagree. We miss Ahmad the most. This is a talking point because if you want to come at Rio's on the channel every day of the week. K9. Maybe we talk about that later in the show, or maybe in the next coming days as well.
We'll address this when the players go.
Yeah, we'll see. Excuse me. Sorry about this, guys. People are getting overexcited here. We're arguing on the show, and the dogs are arguing about that too. They disagree. All right, let's talk about the goal. Obviously, Bruno scored the first goal. Bit of luck, bit of misfortune, bit of when I say luck, we talk about the foul. Di Casemiro sort of came in behind on a guy that we're supposed to be interested in, and obviously we had a player cam on him today. We'll touch on him in a minute. But let's talk about the goal. Was it a foul by Casemiro?
It could have been given, but I thought it was it was good to let the player go on. I think the player needs to know that a tackle's coming in that position. He didn't. Casemiro does what Casemiro does. The ref could have easily given it as a foul because it's Casemiro. But that led on to the goal. And I reckon tomorrow there will be video clips going around with that song going, that clown. Yeah. Because it was just a comedy of errors, that goal. Like, even the finish, the way he scored it, like...
it's a terrible goal. Terrible goal.
Yeah. But you take it. You absolutely
take
it.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Sure. I mean, going like it must be like it looks like a man-to-man press they were doing because they were trying to play out, and Casemiro's left his zone. He's a midfield pivot guy. He's left his zone to close down quite high up the pitch. And it's a bit risky, isn't it? Sometimes because if he gets played triangles around him, then they're in and there's no midfield. So, what do you think about it's come off today, but it's a bit risky, doing that. I would say leaving your zone, breaking your block, your midfield block, and then going that high to press. Worked out, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I was about to say it's risky, but sometimes you've got to take these risks. When they come off, happy days. When they don't, players get slaughtered. But I think this is why we need a younger player. This is why I know it's not going to happen. Mr. B keeps saying it, and I know, but Kobe Mainoo, he starts every game for me. Look, I still love Casemiro, but is he nearly 34? Is he 34 in January? It's we've got to start looking at these younger players. I mean, I just don't get what's going on with Kobe. I know. Obviously, Ruben doesn't like something about him, but he's going to be gone in January. Rio, he's going to be gone.
You reckon?
Oh, he'd be gone on loan, 100%, 100%. Such a shame because he's such a wasted talent. Honestly,
he come on, didn't he? And again, he just had that face of like I'm smiling now. I'm smiling now, and he had this. He was like.
Yeah.
He's going through the motions. That's what's happening.
And I don't think he's had his hair cut either.
What's that, mate?
I don't think he's had his hair cut either. It's just he's he's going through one of those, when someone's had a bad breakup and a bad relationship.
Yeah. It's a bit like the Rashford ending, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
Very similar. Yeah. Very similar.
I mean, if you ever want to make a statement without saying anything, it's like we say blink twice if you're in trouble or coffee and you're in trouble. He's sort of doing that face as if to say, I'm being professional out here, but say no more. I'm not going to do a Salah and bury everybody.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
He could have been doing a Salah.
Just about. We're just giving us fans enough body language to say, I'm not happy. This ain't for me. But let's talk about the goal quickly. I mean, because Bruno, the ball was played into, I think it was Cunha, who squared it to Bruno, which is the right thing to do. And Bruno kind of slipped, and I thought, oh, here we go. It's going to be one of them days. But he got up and luckily slotted it home. So to go 1-0 up. Good goal. And another example of us, with the chances we mentioned earlier, of us putting it on them, pressing high, going man to man, and creating chances from that. That's a Ralph Rangnick kind of thing. This is modern football, isn't it? This is how a lot of people create their goals. Press high, get the ball, 2-3 touches later, have a shot on goal, and that's exactly what happened. Let's talk about the equaliser, because what is going wrong? We are kind of vulnerable. It always seems like, if as Fernandes would say, inevitable that we're going to concede. And there was crosses coming over and over and over, time and time again, and suddenly they get shot off and they score a goal. I mean, we were all peed off, weren't we, when that went in? But is there anyone to blame?
Well, ultimately, yeah. I can't really right now tell you specifically was there someone to blame. There would be, because of the fact that, there was crosses coming in left, right, center. You could see the goal coming off from 2 minutes. I think there was 2 minutes of added time heading into the half, wasn't there? And I could see it. I was like, we're going to concede here. Get it out, get it out, get it out. And I think I shouted at the TV, get it out about 10 times before it went in. So, calamity.
Stu, I mean, why do we concede that goal? Have you got any issues with anybody? Why is there a free man in the box? I mean, why have they allowed a couple of crosses to come over? Can we pick out someone to blame? Can we blame anyone for that?
I don't think you can, yeah, but to be honest, I mean, I was actually stood up. I was actually walking out into the kitchen to fill up my glass. So I caught the back end of the goal, and then I screamed. The dogs flew off like Usain Bolt. But I don't think there's anyone to blame.
Okay. I will say this: there's the man who scored. He was free in the box, and I think Bremo was running back, and Bruno, I think, was around. Not blaming them, but they were there or thereabouts. So I think instead of ball watching, sometimes you've got to go and pick up a guy and stop them from getting a shot off.
Don't we say this most after game shows, Yabba? We always say it's so basic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, it's just like Sunday league football.
Yeah.
Like we said about the corners, defending set pieces. Get your man, keep your man, stay on your man, job done.
That's a picture of me annoyed at when the goal went in. And
move it that way in front of you. Move it in front of your head. In front of your head. Yeah, and come closer. I know. It's all
oh, he looks pissed off.
Just about. You get them, Rio. You get them. All right. So going into halftime, I mean, who's going to be doing the talking? Who's going to be the most vexed? Do you reckon in the change room, do you reckon it's the manager talking only, everyone shuts up? Or do you think some other players, some senior players might be chipping in and having a few words? How do you reckon it goes down in our change room?
Well, from what I've heard, I think Ruben does all the talking. I think Bruno...
Smashing things up.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I think Ruben's very vocal in the dressing room, and I think that after that first half, I think there was if that was Fergie, there would have been a few teacups flying against the walls, wouldn't there?
Yeah, to let it in that regard, again, I think we was very... would I be wrong in saying that we were controlled in the first half? Maybe.
Rio, we dominated that first half. Absolutely dominated it.
Yeah. So, yeah, to go in 1-1 would have been an injustice. Obviously, I think the XG overall was... I know people don't like XG. I love XG. But, yeah, it was like... I think we finished on 4 XG. So it's rare that a team really finishes on the amount of goals that they were expected to score, to be fair, because we had so many shots.
I mean, look, like you mentioned the 3 games we've had. West Ham, that was a disappointment. Everton, and prior to that was Palace as well. We won that, but it wasn't a great performance. And there was a question mark raised about the manager. He was furious after the the West Ham game, and he was going up to players. He feels like they'd let them down. This is a body language thing, because obviously it's still speculation. But he got a reaction in the second half. We dominated the first half. We definitely got a reaction from the players. Is that a positive sign to see them come out? Or is it just, forget Wolves being Wolves, but we actually put them, we actually did put them to the sword. And maybe if we went into the half 1-0 up, we might have been lackadaisical. There was a reaction there from whatever was said. And that's good management, right?
Well, I was going to ask you this before you kind of finished, to be fair. I was going to say, how it's going to sound so negative, and I don't want to be negative, but how much can we put this down to it was Wolves?
Yeah. A high percentage, Rio, I think.
Like, do we do that against Bournemouth? But, I've got my doubts. I really do. I think Wolves, we were good, but Wolves were shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you.
We played well in a lot of periods of this game tonight. There was just some good passing, but like you said, Rio, it's Wolves. We couldn't do it against. Saying that, Everton, I know they had 10 men for 70 odd minutes, but we still had 24 shots that day. We had 27 tonight. Most shots we've had tonight under Ruben Amorim. So we are getting in the position to score goals.
Just to add, I mean, look, yeah, it was Wolves. They're really struggling. I don't think any team's got this far without a win so far in the Premier League, which is really bad. I mean, it's bad on them. I do feel sorry for them because it's hard to turn this around, and I don't think they will. But saying that, I think sometimes the issues that we've been having about unlocking the key, unlocking the door, having the key, having the formula to score goals. It must give you a lot of confidence to score 4 goals away from home, regardless of who you're playing, because you go into the next game saying, that's how you do it. Sometimes you need a game like that, regardless of against weak opposition, just to unlock that door and just to remind yourselves, okay, it's not that hard. Let's keep it simple. True.
Well, when Bruno's playing like that, we haven't touched on him at all yet, which is obviously he got the goal, but the creativity, and you've got to kind of give credit to the runners. He was getting runs in behind today, which that is a massive factor in why we didn't do well against Everton, because that didn't happen. Today, those opportunities where he can do that caressing kind of, dink it over the top, and then all it takes is a money Mace to get on the end of it, or, someone else to get on the end of it. So when Bruno plays like that, when he's in those positions, in the half spaces, etc., he's unplayable. He is truly unplayable.
It's really interesting, isn't it, Stuart? Because you saw Bruno today. He's got 2 goals and an assist as well for Mason Mount. I mean, you expect it from number 10, but he's playing as a number 6 or number 8, kind of deep. So he is our playmaker. Everything seems to happen through him. And I know people criticize him, but sensational player, isn't he? I mean, he's got.
He's an absolute. But if you put him into that Arsenal team at the moment, or even, I don't know, I think he's more suited to someone like Barcelona, to be honest. He would be star man at every game. He's like Rio just said, on his day he's unplayable. And the last few games I've been getting really peed off with him, and I've never ever knocked Bruno Fernandes, even when certain United fans have. I've never knocked the fella, but last few games he's been really infuriating me. Just his body language, and we all know what he's like, the crybaby and all that. But he's on his day he's unplayable, really is.
Just to ask, I mean, look, Remo scored after 51 minutes. Can we just touch on that goal and what happened? Because it was a bit of he couldn't miss, really, could he? I mean, but just to build up again, once again, let's talk us through it. I mean,
it's the counter attack again. It's the Man United of old. Team are pressing forward on the attack. We win the ball back. 4 or 5 seconds later, goal. Man United get a goal. This is what we want. This is all we want to see, right, boys?
Most certainly.
Yeah,
I mean, Diego Dalot was. Did he get the assist for this one?
He did. He did. So Dalot. Don't want to jump to conclusions so early, but he's been okay, I guess, the last couple of games, We'll have to see when he's thrown in the deep end against Bournemouth, because I'm pretty sure he'll be playing against them and it won't be Dorgu, that's for sure.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, fair enough. I thought it was offside. I thought for the longest time, I thought Mbeumo was offside, because it just looked so simple. He had acres to run into. And that's the one thing you will get from Mbeumo. So I know we've been criticizing him, or I have anyway recently, and just been saying, because I know what kind of player he is. I know he's an incredible player, but he gets chances. He gets into these opponent's half, so many opportunities. When we don't play with a striker, he tends to be our main guy up front because of those runs that he can do. So we will miss that when he goes to the AFCON. So hopefully they get knocked out early.
So we've gone 2-1 up. Fantastic goal there by Ramon Dalot with the assist. But then that was 51 minutes. And after 62 minutes, we've made it 3. And almost game over by now. It's Mason Mount.
Mace.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there you go. Mason Mount. This guy's had a horrendous last few years. We spent money on him. It's turned out to be, looks like a good investment. I was really pleased to see him. He seems like a really nice guy as well. But when you talk about technique, that could have gone anywhere, that shot. But this Bruno, he's sort of hanging around. Bruno's got the ball. And like you said, Rio, that's when people start making runs, because he will put it on a sixpence for you.
Well, I just want to touch on, I love Mason Mount. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
What attributes do you like about him?
His work rate. He's actually a really good passer of the ball. And his IQ, I've mentioned this IQ thing. I've mentioned it with Diallo. I've mentioned it with others. I've mentioned it with Dorgu. His IQ is incredible. His ability to read the game is exceptional. Some of the carpet daisy cutter passes he was playing across the field today were incredible. So good. But again, technique to finish. The goal against Crystal Palace. You know, he scored that goal. He took that well. His technique is incredible. And you know, when he got subbed off, you know, I was in the mixed grill place, the bar. I stood up from my seat and I clapped. I actually clapped and I said, "People, stand up, applaud." No one did. No one did. No one did. But you know, he deserved it from me. I thought, yeah, brilliant. Mason Mount, money, Mason Mount. So happy for him.
He got the man of the match as well, Rio.
He did.
Yeah.
He did
He did,
over
yeah.
Bruno. So I was like,
Yeah.
brilliant, brilliant.
Second half, he was outstanding.
Stuart, I mean, just to add to Mason Mount, I mean, obviously he's had a bad run with injuries and everything else, but what are you seeing that's like, because he's he's a bit of a no frills guy, but what do you appreciate about his game? What kind of attributes do you fancy?
Virtually exactly the same what Rio just said. I've always liked Mason Mount, even when he was at Chelsea. But it's another one, lads, that it's the injuries. Like Luke Shaw, if he stays fit on his day, he's one of the best in the business. And I've got a lot of debate with Spurs fans I know at the moment. He's better than Maddison. They're saying Maddison pisses over Mason Mount. So we've got a bit of that debate going. But I wouldn't say I love Mason Mount. I like him. He's a lovely fella. And he's a very, very intelligent football player.
But certainly, I mean, he gets played by all managers when he's fit. Every manager he's played under seems to value him as well. So we're not missing anything here. He's clearly got something about him. It's just that you mentioned Maddison. They were talking in the studio. Maddison was in the studio today, and it looks like they're really good mates. And Maddison was really complimentary of his game and said, basically said, really happy to see you back playing again. You're magnificent today. It's great to see you, and you're such a nice guy. Big up to you and your family. And Mount returned the same. So they seem like they're good mates. They're both fighting for the same position for the England team as well. So but it's nice to see sort of some appreciation from fellow pros playing for different teams. Just shows you there's a class act, real class act there.
You got to remember as well, yeah, we've got a lot of pressure wearing that number 7 shirt. Don't forget.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, so we've gone 3-1 up and we're cruising now. I think let's talk about the penalty, because once again we're putting them under pressure at their ground. We sort of created something, and who was it had the shot now that caused the penalty? Because it was a bit of a mix-up. Oh, it was Ahmed, was it? Yeah. And a clear handball for you? No issues with that?
Yeah, but it was identical to the first one in the first half, Rio, wasn't it?
Right.
Virtually identical.
It was a weird one, and then it was just how, obviously, and the refs. First of all, I'd like to point out in this: the referees, they hate this job. They hate the fact that they have to go on loudspeaker. They look so uncomfortable when they have to give these decisions. I think it's a farce that they have to do this, because they're going to second guess wanting to do it in the first place. But he did it, and he came out and he went, I forgot the number, but obviously it was he went deliberate handball. I was like, oh, that's a bit harsh, like, because it weren't deliberate.
And a booking. He got booked for it as well.
Yeah, it's just harsh. I thought it was a bit harsh, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it
if
was.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Ever in doubt with the penalty? With the taking of the penalty?
Well, because Cunha was trying to take the ball off Rio. I don't know if you saw it. It was off camera, but the angle I saw, Cunha went up to Bruno, because don't forget, Bruno's missed 2 penalties this season.
Oh yeah, Fulham.
And he probably wanted to do it, score against his former club.
Yeah, but no, you don't doubt Bruno, do you, from the spot usually?
I want him to do his hop again, though, man. I missed the hop.
What's happened to that?
Yeah. He did do the little slow down again, though, didn't he?
Yeah,
man.
Well, how do you take? How do you, both of you guys? I mean, how would you take? What's your technique to taking a penalty? What's your fundamentals behind taking a penalty?
I always used to go bottom left or bottom right. Never used to smash
laces
penalties.
Or side foot. How would you do it?
Laces, bottom corner.
Laces. Okay, Ria.
I'm a side footer. I'm a side footer, bottom left, bottom right. To be fair. Yeah. And I always. It's probably bad, but I'm fine with it. I always look right and then shoot left, or I look left and shoot right.
Yeah.
As I say, give them the eyes. Yeah. That's a good one. All right, so it's 4-1. I can't think of any other talking points during the game. There was a few. There was Ahmad had a shot when I think it was Cunha and Ahmad in the first half had with Ahmad ended up having shooting wide. There was that kind of hustle going on. But overall, yeah, I mean, on the balance of play, we dominated. I think they gave us a lot of space, which is just crazy. Most teams in the Premiership press high and they've got a lot of energy. They're just all over the place. And it's too late for them. But yeah, it's 3 points. I mean, they're there for the taking. You can't have any sympathy for a team like Wolves. They're clearly going down, and it could be one of the worst seasons of all time. But yeah, we move on. We take that, won't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and I think that's it. I think we just we review this game, which we've done. We accept it's Wolves. They're crap. They're rubbish. They're going down, and now we've got Bournemouth. And it's the exact perfect game that you needed to have before going to all right, we got Bournemouth at home. And before having that game, and obviously confidence booster, absolutely.
Going forward, I mean, look, I mean, we had in the chat early in the show, we had K9, and he did ask the question. So I want to ask you guys before we wrap this up. African nations coming up. I think on the 15th, people leaving. So we've got Maz leaving, we've got Mbeumo leaving, and we've got Ahmad leaving. With all considered who's available at the moment, give us a starting lineup between the two of you, which would be strong enough to sort of compete.
You go, Stu.
What from
do it together. Do it just consult.
Okay. Well, goalkeeper speaks for itself. That's
goalkeeper.
Lemon.
Yeah, Lemons. Yeah.
Providing the Lit's fit. The Lit.
Luke Shaw, and I'm going Leacher.
Left footed at the right centre back.
Or Yoro.
It'd be Yoro for me. Yeah.
Yoro. So Yoro, Delete, and Luke Shaw. Yeah.
Right, so Maz is out. So I mean, yeah, he's not available. So let's talk about the midfield two.
Bruno Casemiro.
Casemiro. Okay. Nothing would change, to be
No.
honest.
Nothing
would change. So Dalot usually plays on the left.
So then I would actually then go.
It's going to be Dorgu Dalot.
I think you're right, Yabba. I think he's going to do a straight swap, Dorgu for Yabba.
Thanks a lot.
Dorgu for Ahmad. For Ahmad.
So it'd be Dorgu on the left, Dalot on the right. Is that?
Yeah.
If you put in the coaching hats now, is that how you do it?
That's it. Or maybe Mazraoui back on that right at times.
Mazraoui is away.
No, he's away, isn't he?
He's away as well. He's away.
Morocco.
Yeah. So we are probably butchered on that right, aren't we? Then pretty much.
Yeah.
What's the backup for that? Because that's where we're getting the right. I mean, we've got Dorgu on the left, Dalot on the right. What's the backup for that with these guys out? Is there
Scott McTominay? That's my backup.
Because I can't think of anyone else who's available.
There isn't really. If we're going to be blunt about it.
What about Diego Leon?
No, he's still untried as well, and he's only played about 20 minutes, hasn't he?
All right.
He might have to get introduced a little bit, but we'll have to see.
And then obviously with Mbeumo out, I mean, who's?
Well, Shesko's back in training now. He's been on the grass, so
Shesko. Hopefully, he'll be on the bench for Bournemouth, I think.
All right, so they have Shesko up front with Cunha and Mount.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
What are you worried about?
Yeah. Villa away, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, and Newcastle. All right.
Yeah.
But it does leave us a bit vulnerable, doesn't it? I mean, squad depth, and if anyone gets injured, then we will have a few issues. But that's why I was looking at how we're going to cover guys. You know, because we're picking 11, but what happens after that? But yeah, that's all to come in the coming weeks. Obviously, we're going to be quite vulnerable. But yeah, let's see what happens with Man United Football Club. We're up to 6th place in the league. Just because we're approaching the transfer window, is this a good time now? Does this give us a swell up chest to go and approach the board and say, look what we've done, help us out?
Absolutely. We need to stop treating this transfer window like it's a, like a secondary transfer window. You know, it's an opportunity, like every other team, to go out there and buy players. What a perfect opportunity for us to go out there, buy the players that we need, you know, we might need to venture out in that right side now. Definitely, you know, and it's not as if like that right side is fully cemented for whoever wants to take that opportunity. You can come in, take the opportunity. Centre midfield spot, we still need one of those. So Bruno, Casemiro, well done today. I'm sorry, we still need a central midfielder.
Hey Rio, do you know what I'm doing in January? I'm taking Mo Salah on loan until end of May. Mind you, he's at the AFCON anyway as well, isn't he?
By the way, Stuart, you're not going to be around, are you? You're going on tour. Stuart's on tour in January this year. So, I hope you have a great time. But please stick with us up until then. Everyone's going on AFCON. They're leaving on the 15th. You're not leaving until January the 1st or something. So we got you up until then.
New Year's Eve.
All right. So we got you up until New Year's Eve. That's for sure. All right, guys. We're going to sign out. Any last words on this victory today? Are you proud of your club?
Look, beat Bournemouth. We're 3 points off second place. Woohoo! It's mad. What a mad season.
Yeah,
mad.
It is. The door is ajar, as I say, and there's opportunity there for us to kick on and try and get that top 4 or 5. It's looking good right now. But yeah, harder games to come, I'm sure, but we will be ready. Like I said, Patrick Stewart. I thought Patrick Pillow was coming on. Patrick, you're not here. You've blown up my joke. I look stupid now.
Mind you, I do look a bit like Patrick Stewart, don't I?
You certainly do. I mean, yeah, I can see the resemblance now. And, don't try and say I look like Lieutenant Worf. Please don't. Okay, all right. On that note, we're going to engage and make it so. So I'm going to say good night from me.
Good night from Rio Says Football. As always, Mador, 3 points in the bag.
And good night from Stuart. Up the Reds.
Up the Reds, indeed. Good night, guys.